Thank you for listening to Milk and Lettuce, the podcast named for my rather gross backstory. I am your host, Isaac. I hope you're having a fantastic one so far. Whether you're trying to relax, get some work done, or simply on your commute, I appreciate you taking the time to listen to someone who never learns when to shut up. If you are driving, please remember to follow traffic laws. Your safety and the safety of others matters more than listening to a podcast, or even music, news, what have you. You may hear a short ad read following this intro. Perhaps not. I don't control that. Either way, let's get into it. Please stand by as we proceed with a short ad read from the sponsor, Anchor.fm. If you would like to start your own podcast like Milk and Lettuce, and you don't really have any money, because maybe you just got a new phone or a new computer, you can just use that. It's free. Just download the app or go to the website, and there's a bunch of tools that are right there for you. So yeah, if you would also like to get started with your own podcast, download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Now back to your Milk and Lettuce podcast episode of the day. Or hour. I don't know how many you're listening to. I appreciate you though. Alright, I'm gonna dox myself a little bit here. I've already said I live on the Iron Range, but specifically I live in Virginia. And the reason I'm saying this is so I am currently watching my city's the city council meeting, and the mayor decided to gripe about how unsafe Virginia is according to this Wikipedia article. And he's just like, anyone can just go on there and say whatever. And then this one woman chimed in saying, well, I actually spoke to the police chief about this, and they even said that it's not that bad. And it's like, first of all, boomer, your age is showing. You can't just control what people say on the internet. The internet's going to internet. Secondly, like, the fact that they're bitching about something like that, it's absurd to me. And like, yeah, no, Virginia, Minnesota is a trash city. One of the most unsafe cities in the entire state. So like, yeah, it is one of the worst cities. Housing also does not exist here, really. I paused recording thinking that there was something else that was going to happen in the meeting, but no. Another thing that happened earlier today, which got me, was there was this guy complaining that there was teenagers going too fast down this road. They were going like 40, 50 miles per hour in this alleyway. And it's like, first of all, no. It's an alley. Like, I don't think there's a single vehicle in this entire city that can make it to 40 miles per hour in that short amount of time on that closed of a road. I don't even know who would be dumb enough to try it. So, mind you, this is the same city where to this day in 2021 has a law on the books stating that it is illegal to be clairvoyant or foresee the future. Like, can we all just take a moment to appreciate how archaic that sounds? Like, I'm gonna look right now and see if I can find it because it's ridiculous. I know it's something about chapter 10. It's not 10:13, I know that much. It has something to do with fire code. Oh, I can't find it. Like I said, I remembered it was chapter 10 of something. Is this it? I don't know. No. Nope, that wasn't it. Oh, but they had something about eminent domain and like... Okay, my grandparents have owned their house since October of 1991 in this city. They've owned their house for almost 30 years. That's a main thing. Like I said, housing doesn't really exist here because it doesn't. A lot of these homes that are in the city have been owned for decades. There's very few houses that are owned by young people. And by young people, I mean just under the age of 40. Because most people have been here. And even if they're under the age of 40, they inherited the house. Like, there's almost nobody who lives here who's new. Anyone who moves to the city has to go to like an apartment because there's no available houses. And that's been our biggest issue. And we currently live in a housing complex that decided to increase our rent 10 times, literally 10 times the amount we were paying. They're like, oh, hey, yeah, you owe us 10 times that amount for the last year, almost. So it's like, how the fuck, one, and two, where do I have that kind of money? So yeah, not quite sure how long I'll be able to keep this podcast up, how long I'll be able to keep streaming, how long I'll be able to do fucking anything, honestly. Because, yeah, this happened within the last week. And yeah, I know I was gone, but I wasn't really taking a mental break. I was taking a family break. So this is still season 3 as far as I'm concerned. With the exception of the last... Oh my god, connection. They're still doing construction, and I have no control over that. But yeah, with the exception of the last couple days, it was mostly just a family break. Because there's a lot of bullshit behind it, but my older 2 kids are... they're with their dad again, and they went back on Saturday. Today is currently Tuesday, August 3rd. So, yeah. Not entirely sure how much longer I'll be able to continue this. I mean, to be fair, I'm a small creator. Almost nobody's really heard of me. Not entirely sure how I have triple digits total. That's just it. Most of my episodes don't even get 10 plays. So, yeah, very small being content creator. But yeah, like I was saying though, like a lot of people have lived here for a long time, including my grandparents. But they were told they have to move by July. That's under a year. The house that they've lived at for almost all of their grandchildren, all of their great-grandchildren, for 3 decades. They've lived there for 3 decades. They have to uproot and move. And they are debating if they even want to stay in Minnesota because fuck this city, fuck this state. Like, there's not a lot of options for people here. There really isn't. I mean, how many... Oh my god. Connection, stop. Like, how many actors do you... Oh my god, stop. How many actors do you know from Minnesota? How many musicians do you know from Minnesota? How many YouTubers came from Minnesota? Like, none. Like, Minnesota might be like the state you go to retire to. My grandmother hasn't had a job in decades because of medical issues, so she can't work. My grandfather has declining health as well, but was a trucker for like ever. He does volunteer driving right now, and honestly, the only reason they don't get married is because of benefits. My grandmother's on SSI, my grandfather's on VA and SSI, so like if they got married, they would lose money, and they barely make enough to get by already, which is why my grandfather had to do volunteer driving, because they needed some sort of extra income, and it doesn't qualify entirely as income, so he can do it. Maybe my grandfather should DoorDash. He wouldn't have to leave the city so much, and he can make tips, you can't get tips doing what he does. Just a thought. I should tell him that. Like, just do DoorDash, Grandpa. You have a smartphone now, finally. No, my grandfather... This man scared the shit out of me one day. Okay, so he didn't have a smartphone, but he had a tablet. He had a Galaxy Tab, but his phone was still a flip phone. So we're driving on a highway, right? And it was him, my grandma, myself, and Grim. We're all in the car. And because he checks his rides on his tablet, so like his tablet's almost always with him, and it's like the amount of times that I've had to yell at people for texting and driving is ridiculous. Just don't use your phone behind the wheel of a car or your tablet, because he started swerving. Oh, fuck, it scared the shit out of me. Holy shit. It was bad. But yeah. Obviously, we survived just a couple years ago. Went on to have the babes. So, we all lived.
there was a car coming, and that's why he went back in the lane. So yeah, I mean, you know, like I said though, he's got a smartphone now, so maybe he could do DoorDash, you know. It was just a thought. I don't know, like, they're debating if they want to move to Colorado. I don't remember where my grandfather really wanted to go. My grandfather wanted to go somewhere. My grandma really wants to go to Colorado because she misses it. But yeah, like, they're debating on just leaving the state. I joked, told them maybe you can just go back down to Duluth. And my grandma's like, no. Like, she is so adamant against Duluth, and it's like, I miss Hermantown, man. I really fucking do. Like, yeah, I lived in a shit part of it, but it was quiet. I'm like, this shit, fuckers, put the goddamn street down and get out. Just do it. Like, this is ridiculous. It is August 3rd. They started this in May. On May 4th or 5th or some shit like that. The 5th. That's when they started. May 5th. Because we were told they were going to start on the 4th. Or something. But we were told on the 3rd that all of this was going to start. And that I had to move my car. In fact, if you see my TikTok, I posted a video shortly before I had moved my car. Oh, and the yards are slightly bigger. There wasn't much of a front yard to begin with, but they slightly elongated the front yard and decreased the street. And that is problematic because of the amount of people who will park on the street. It is a no parking road. There's designated parking spots, and they said that only one vehicle per apartment can park in the inner circle. Well, people are fucking assholes and don't give a shit. Because they've reduced the amount of parking, they've reduced the street width. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna have my car outside my fucking apartment ever again. Not happy. I really wish I could move. I fucking wish I could afford to move. Ideally, I would go back to the Duluth area. Fuck the Iron Range. Fuck Virginia. And like, that shit gets me, man. Like, can you believe that Wikipedia is lying about us? And it's like, first of all, it's based on facts. That's factual. Virginia is garbage. Like, how do you think that this is a safe city? For fuck's sake, a goddamn police car was stolen. Apparently they were like on the radio, like just being belligerent. But they stole a police car and were just basically joyriding. And it's like, that's not a safe city. Maybe the city was safe 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, but it is not safe in 2021. It hasn't been safe the entire time we've lived here, and we moved here in 2017. So it's been almost 4 years. It's... For fuck's sake, we ended up living in a drug house that somebody had broke down the back door. Like, it was not a safe situation. And it was my buddy who owned the house. He doesn't even want to go back to that house because of it. And the reputation that house holds. So, like, even just like, I don't know, man, like the amount of people that I've heard say shit like, oh yeah, man, I used to party at that house. I used to get so fucked up there, and it's like that house has its own reputation, and it should honestly just be destroyed. We realized that there was black mold in the basement because one of the tweakers decided to fuck with the water heater, so there was no hot water anymore. So yeah, and even when we moved here, there was a time for 6 months that they refused to fix our water heater. And yeah, like I don't know. It would turn on for a little bit, but then it would shut off. So we would have to keep doing it just to get hot water. So we just lived with it because it was still, we'd have somewhat hot water, even if it took several hours to get to the point of being able to take a short shower. Which, that shit's annoying, of course, but you do what you gotta fucking do sometimes. Like I said, they refused. Every time they came, they're like, oh, well, it turns on, it's fixed. Like, motherfucker, turn around, it's off again. Maybe if you just looked. And then they just replaced the whole fucking thing. So it's like, yeah, dumb shits. But yeah, I mean, if I knew that I would have to spend $2,000 on back road rent that I wasn't aware I owed at the time, I wouldn't have got a fucking washing machine and a dryer, finally. Because, yeah, I have a washing machine, I have a dryer, I can do my own fucking laundry. Finally. Instead of doing it in the fucking tub. Because that shit hurts my back, okay? Like, for real. Because the laundry area in the housing area here always has laundry for the whole day. People will leave their laundry in there and shit and not come back for several hours. It's like you just used all of the machines and there's only three washers, 3 dryers, and you loaded all of them up and didn't come back. Sometimes people will fill all 3, and then when they come to switch the laundry to the dryer, they're filling all 3 again. So that's 6 fucking loads of laundry. The entire laundry room is just that one person's. So, like, we never could do our laundry, which was annoying. And the fact that we don't ever use change, having to pay ATM fees and find a way to break up a 20 got ridiculous too. And the only other laundromat, there's one laundromat in the entire fucking city, and that is way at North Side. Like, we don't go to North Side except for Grim working. Or the one the one gas station we go to. It's up there. And yeah, I realized I accidentally doxed Grim, but fucking whatever. I'm just at the point where I give no fucks anymore because I'm about to lose everything. So, yeah. I can't care anymore. I mean, hey, if you want to fucking help out, I would greatly appreciate it. If you go to the website that I have in every single episode, the mshaw.ism or /ism, mshaw.ke/ism. I have links there with like my PayPal, which has my fucking dead name and I can't fix it. There's also Cash App and shit. I just realized I never put my chime up. But yeah, like I have all that shit, so I mean, because yeah, I don't know what to do. I owe like $2,000 just in rent, and that's not including other bills that are behind. I think utilities right now, because we paid some of it, it's down to $250. So yeah, that's another thing. It's utilities. And we are constantly risking that getting shut off. So that's always fun. Because it's down to $250. Yay. Yeah. That's not even including my phone bill. Which this month alone is like $300, but it's usually only like $250. Because late fees and such. Hooray. I'm about to get another late fee. Yay. But yeah, I can't afford rent. I'm gonna get evicted and lose everything I have. Hooray. Yes, very, very happy about this. Like I said, they increased our rent tenfold, and there's legally nothing we can do to contest it. Because I can't afford a lawyer. Are you fucking kidding me? I can't afford my rent. How can I afford a lawyer? And no, legal aid does not exist here. I've tried that for other things, a couple other things before, and they're like, yep, you gotta go to Duluth, you gotta go to Duluth. Oh, you could try Hibbing. Oh, but they don't have anyone right now. Go to Duluth. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Both of those options are over half an hour away, and I'm not walking. Because that's half an hour by car. Which, by the way, last time I tried to take Bertha outside of Virginia, I didn't even make it to Midtown. So, like, I can't even make it to the next city over. Well, okay, I lied. I can make it to Mount Iron. Because I had to do that for the election shit. Which isn't, like, super far. I wouldn't do it again. Not with my brakes the way they are right now. Oh dear God, it was scary. So glad that I had to leave at like 5 in the morning and not even get home till like 11 at night. All my lights worked then too, so that was good. But yeah, it was scary as shit. I also realized my connection cut out. Oh. But yeah, so like when I worked at Subway and they're like, oh yeah, can you work at Mount Iron? We really need you to work Mount Iron. You're gonna work that store today. And I'm like, no, I'm not. Like, I will go home and quit right fucking now. I'm not risking my life to get there. Like, y'all don't fucking pay me enough to put my life on the goddamn line for Subway. Like, fuck you. Not to mention, this is Minnesota. You cannot legally drive a car without insurance. And it's like, I can't afford car insurance on Subway salary with my insurance rates. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, I don't know. Like I drove here and that was pushing it. Granted, yeah, it was a 3-minute drive, 10-minute walk. I could have walked it, but it was fucking winter. I didn't want to walk that much. Shit. Speaking of TikTok again, I posted a TikTok about the time my car dash was frozen. That's how fucking cold it was. My heat doesn't work either, and I kept jumping in my car to try to escape the cold in a car that doesn't have heat. It was that fucking cold. The amount of times that I drove to work with a very tiny window of vision through the frost because I couldn't get the frost off my car windshield because, again, my car overheated, so I couldn't leave it running. Fucking connection. Oh my god. There we go. I think I'm back. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, like, it overheated, so I couldn't leave it running, and my heat doesn't even work anyway. So, like, what would that have done besides overheat my engine? I literally died on the road going to work one day. The engine overheated and ceased in winter. So I just didn't hit the brakes at all. It died right before the parking lot, luckily. So I turned into the parking lot and then hit my brakes. Barely fucking made it to the parking spot. And I went inside and I'm like, I can't move my car. I know it's parked fucked up, but it's going to have to stay that way. It's overheated. So you got to deal with it. And it's like coming to work to have maybe 5 customers the entire shift. Like, that was fucking ridiculous. And like, there was one time, it was, yeah, I think it was New Year's Eve. It was just me and my coworker. We were watching Netflix the whole fucking shift because of how dead it was. Like, he brought his projector and his Xbox. We hooked it up to the Wi-Fi at work and we're just watching Netflix in the back room. We had no customers. And it's like, it's fucking cold. I don't blame anyone. Fun fact, we couldn't get the back door closed the entire shift. So, yeah, that was great. So we're just chilling with the back door open, both of us freezing our asses off because of the back door. I don't know, man. It was a wreck. Like, I never wore a hoodie at Subway, but I did that day. In fact, there was one time after that incident, another coworker was complaining about how he was cold, and I said, yeah, just do what I did that one time, man. Like, run to the bathroom, or if you have an undershirt on anyway, just take your work shirt off and put your hoodie over it, and then put your work shirt over the hoodie. So it's just kind of how we did it. Like, I think most people in the country had a shit show for winter last winter. It's like, we had a ridiculously cold ass winter and a ridiculously hot ass fucking summer. I am so done with this heat. Like, what is the temperature right fucking now? Let's see. 75 with an AQI of 130. Hooray. Unhealthy for sensitive groups like me. It's only going to get hotter because it's only 11:37 in the morning. So we have a high of 84. So yeah, if you're wondering why my car still isn't fixed, I don't do well when it's above 70 like this. If for fall, all I want for fall is like 60 something degree weather the whole time. No rain, maybe some rain. We need rain. The lakes in town are drying up. It's really bad. But yeah, minimal rain for fall. I want minimal rain. I want 60 to 70 degree weather the whole time, never above 70. Just for like a month so I can work on my car. That'd be great. I want my car back, man. Like, it's not really so much to ask. I just want my car back. Because I do have all the parts for it. I just haven't had the ability to work on it. I mean, I don't have any way to work on it right now either. I just realized that coworker I worked with on New Year's, I ended up loaning him my car jack, and that was back in like December or January. He has since sold that car. I know because I've seen the car, but not him. So I don't know where my car jack is. Yay. So yeah. Can't even really work on my car. I'll figure something else out. Gonna have to. I don't want to go an entire winter without a car again up here. Especially if it's anything like last year. Fuck that. No. Anyway, I'm getting really ranty now, obviously. Ranting about my car, ranting about my job. I'm kind of at the point that I'm just trying to like forget about my day-to-day life. I don't know, man. Like, it's stressful. I have no idea how I'm supposed to come up with a couple $1,000s to pay my rent. It's like, yeah, I can not pay for my meds. I cannot pay for my phone. I cannot pay to keep my lights on. But it's like I have to give up something to pay this. And then I have to go behind on rent again to catch up on the other shit. And I don't know, man. It's stressful as shit. I don't fucking know. I'm kind of at a point where, like, I'm not suicidal, but I don't want to be alive. If that makes any fucking sense. Like, I just don't want to be here to deal with this shit. Like, if I could just, like, unalive until it resolved itself, that'd be great. And then I'll just pick up where I left off, you know? Like, that's why I shut down. I'm trying really fucking hard to not mentally shut down. I'm really fucking trying, and that's why I'm just sitting here ranting on a podcast. But I just don't fucking know. Like I said, if you want to help in any way you can, I have links for all that. Not honestly expecting much at all. To be completely honest here. I don't usually ask for help like that. Like, it's one thing if it's like, hey, do you have like $10 you could spare something? Like what happened last summer. It was really hot. We didn't have an air conditioner at the time because it shit out. And I was able to go buy ice. We needed ice. And something like that, yeah. Like, it was for the babes. I don't know. Part of me wants to just light everything on fire too. So there's that. That will solve nothing, but it will make me feel better for a moment. So yeah. I don't know, man. I'm stressed. I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know what to do about anything at all. Like I said, I just kind of want to leave and not deal with it. I don't know. I'm stressed, man. It's just, I want to give up. I want to quit. I want to do nothing. Because I don't have a day job. I don't work right now. Like I've said, I quit Subway. That was my my most previous job. I have tried applying back at the assisted living home that I used to work at. Which, granted, yeah, I loved my job. I loved my job. I loved my residents. I didn't love my management. And they clearly didn't give a shit about me, so. But I tried going back just because we need the money. And they refused to fucking call me. Like at all. I don't know. Like I said, I would love to just not deal with this. I really would. Staring at my panic attack meds, thinking, did I take one? Did I not? I'm about to take one anyway, and hope I didn't take one. I don't know anymore. I think I just left them there. I think I just tossed them there when I went to plug my microphone in. Not sure though. I don't know. I don't know what to do about anything at all. I'm just at a loss. I don't deal with anything. I don't have money. Can't afford anything. And it's yeah, even with the washer and dryer that I got, I spent money with my refund on that shit. So that's how I got those. I didn't just magically. Oh my god, connection. It's not connecting. Okay, finally came back. Yeah, I didn't just magically conjure up money out of nowhere. I wish I could. I really wish I could. This whole situation would be over with and I wouldn't be as stressed. I fucking hate this. I just don't know anymore. But yeah, big trucks outside my apartment keep losing connection. Thank you, connection. Fuck you too. Yeah, I'm gonna have to end it here because I do not have connection staying. I don't even know how much of this episode was heard. But again, I'm just kind of at the point that I quit. Not sure when I'll make another episode. I'm trying to make episodes again, but I don't know how much longer I'll be able to. Because I might have to sell all my shit just to pay rent and other bills. So yeah, not sure how much longer I'll be podcasting, streaming, anything. Yeah, man, I don't know. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to listen to this episode. I try to give updates in my Discord server, so please feel free to check that out. As stated in a previous episode, I have server stickers of my lettuce leaves, and I am incredibly proud of how they turned out. Hint. The fact that I'm so happy, so glad with how they came out is why you're going to hear it in every outro until I make a new outro. I hope you're having a fantastic morning, day, evening, night, whatever time of day you're listening to this. Have a great one and stay safe.